Could you please welcome to the stage the Senior Vice President from Kyani, Mr. Stephen Hatch.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, what a privilege and honor it is for us to be a part of this amazing first event, recognizing those who have made such a significant difference to people in the cardiovascular health industry. It was an honor and privilege to see Larry King here accepting that award. It takes great people like Larry to fund great things to happen. But in addition to that, it also requires great scientists and people who advance the science of molecular science and study. Today we're here to honor and recognize someone who has advanced some great science that has benefited millions of us around the world. I'm privileged also to have with me today Laura Thomas, who works with Kyani as well. We are blessed because of the studies that have been done that provide a powerful product that affects the world.
I daily have the privilege of promoting health and wellness through Kyani, not only in Hawaii, but all around the world. And my greatest reward as I travel to our various markets is to visit with the Kyani product users and hear their amazing stories of life transformation. You know, it's hard for me to put into words the feelings that I get when a Kyani product user says to me, "Thank you for changing my life," or "Thank you for giving my life back." You know, good health is priceless. Won't you agree with me? This reward is only made possible to the great doctors and scientists who research and advance new understandings of how our bodies work. And the joys that I receive in my daily work are due to the great individuals like those whom we are representing this evening.
Today we honor advances in nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a powerful molecule. Many people even refer to it to understand the molecule of life. It is that important. The foundational research was begun by Dr. Ignarro. His foundational research became so foundational and so powerfully impacting on the scientific and medical community that he was actually awarded the Distinguished Nobel Prize. Because of that, and his strong desire for each of us to live strong and healthy lives, and his continuing advancing of scientific research, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and a privilege for us to award Dr. Louis Ignarro.
The Nobel Prize in Medicine was a great thing for me to receive back in 1998. It was just the culmination of such a hard life in the laboratory, working for 40 years trying to make a difference. And finally, we made a lot of important discoveries regarding heart disease and how to prevent it.
Additionally, there's also a secondary recognition from Senator Tom Harmon, who is also providing a Guardian of Heart Award. So this beautiful certificate in addition to this beautiful award here. Doctor.
Thanks very much. Thank you. I'm going to put... You know, this is really a great honor and a pleasure to be here this evening to get this recognition. You know, I've worked very hard, probably 40 years in the laboratory, to get to this point where somebody, you know, would say thank you. My research has always been in the cardiovascular system, and the reason for that is because heart disease is still the #1 killer, not only in the United States, but also in Europe, and is now spreading out throughout Asia. And I decided that in my career, I was going to try to find a way that we can determine what causes heart disease, and therefore not only how to treat it, but very importantly, how to prevent heart disease. And we were very lucky. We made a lot of novel discoveries showing that our bodies produce a substance which maybe some of you have heard of called nitric oxide, which actually functions in the body to protect us against heart disease. So now that we know that, we can explore further what causes a deficiency in nitric oxide, and therefore what can create, what causes there might be for heart disease. But I have to tell you that as a side project in all of this work, we also discovered that nitric oxide does something else. It's a signaling molecule in the nervous system that actually stimulates erectile function. Erectile function. I thought that might quiet some of you people down. And because of our work, the Pfizer drug company took advantage of this work, and it took them about 8 years, and they developed and marketed Viagra, which is the most popular word in the world. And this was because of our research. And because of this, I was nicknamed the father of Viagra, which, I can tell you, I didn't mind that acronym, but my mother couldn't take that whenever she heard that. And many people would ask me, Dr. Ignarro, do you take Viagra? And my response was always, only when I'm outnumbered. So, in closing, I just want to say something about my mom and dad, both of whom passed away. My mom and dad were immigrants from Italy. They came over to this country before World War II. They received no formal education whatsoever, and all they wanted was to see their son become someone successful. He didn't want me to be a carpenter like he was. And, despite their lack of education, I was still able to climb to the top of my profession. And so I can tell you that only in America can the son of a carpenter win the Nobel Prize. Thanks very much.